With the school year starting back up in just a few weeks, we want to make sure you and your family stay as safe as possible, no matter how the kiddos are going back to school, if they're going back in the actual classroom or they're e-learning. And today we really want to focus on physical education because we need to keep those kids active. And this is a piece that could be missing if the kids are learning at home, purely virtual learning. So today we are lucky enough to be joined by Morgan Pappas. She is a personal and group fitness instructor. She's also the development manager with the nonprofit Girls on the Run. Morgan, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, we need to talk about the benefits of physical exercise because it really benefits kids both mentally and physically. So why is it so important, and what can happen to the kids if this piece is removed?
Sure. I mean, physical activity is huge, right? At Girls on the Run, we see Girls on the Run, and running is just a tiny part of our program. It's a positive youth development program. And the reason we use running as a tool is because it's been backed by science. And that's also what I do as a trainer, right? It works because physical activity has proven, there's data and articles to back it up, that the more active a child is, it translates into the classroom. So it's super crucial now. 5 to 6 days out of the week, a child between the ages of 6 and 17 years old should be getting 60 minutes of physical activity. So whether that's aerobic, muscle strength training, whatever it is, they should be doing something. And so when you remove that part, you're not only hurting your body, but you're hurting your mind, right? Because that's what at Girls on the Run, we connect body and mind together. And so the more activity you do, the more oxygen is getting to your brain right now, which, I mean, obviously with COVID and things going on right now, we're wearing masks, which, cuts off oxygen. We're working through that right now, but it improves brain function. So memory, function, all the above is so crucial. And that's why it brings into the classroom is so essential for kids to still get that activity, whether you're able to go back to school and you're more safe at home. Stay moving is my biggest tip.
And you need to just get that break in the middle of the day too. Like I can't, I mean, learning for the whole day, you need a break. Okay, so what are you going to tell parents who are trying to encourage their kids who may not be as active? You have those kids who love running around, playing outside, and then you have the kids who just aren't as active. So how can parents encourage them?
For sure. I think one of the biggest tips is limit screen time. Like there are kids who are just trapped in their smart devices or video games or wherever it may be, and it all starts with the parents. So if the parent's not physically active, how are we going to expect, or even our guardians, how are we going to expect the kids to do it, right? So even as simple like in the morning, like the best time to actually work out is first in the morning. I know some people are not early birds, but our days get a little crazy. And especially as a parent, I've known, personally, I don't have kids right now. It's a plan in my future. But friends and family who do have kids, including our amazing executive director, like they can tell you that as the day goes on, it gets crazy, right? Mm-hmm. So it's best for us to knock it out in the morning or break it up as you want. But even getting up in the morning as a family and going for a walk, if your area permits it, a great tool right now is a lot of gyms and fitness groups are doing online virtual workouts. So maybe getting up and doing yoga in your living room, or you can use the technology that we do have to keep your body moving. And if you do as a family, that habit will start to form even for the kids, and maybe encourage that behavior, turning off the screen and just getting up and moving before we start our day, especially with school coming back.
So hard to turn off that screen sometimes, but you got to do it. Okay, so any exercises or activities? I know you mentioned the video options, but do you have anything else that you could suggest for parents for the kids who are going to be e-learning and just staying at home all day? That's, safe and socially distant.
Yeah, for sure. So even like if you have access to a backyard and you have siblings playing, like since you're quarantined together at home, playing simple tag outside with your siblings. Again, online, there's some great circuits for kids to do. I know, again, a lot of gyms are doing adult workouts, but it can easily translate to home. Going up for a bike ride in your driveway, maybe setting up some like hopscotch or hopscotch, or drawing some fun activities on the driveway or in the street if it's safe, if you're in a closed off area, is a great way to get them up and moving. I even made the example earlier to a friend. She's like, my kid just needs more muscles. Like, how do I build? I'm like, have them carrying the groceries. Like,
amen to that.
Right. After disinfecting your groceries, they're heavy. Like I'm a one-time carrier. Like I hate multiple trips.
Mhm.
So if you're like me and you don't want to make multiple trips, like have your partner, your significant other, your kids come out and help carry groceries in, because that's muscle train, like strength training. People don't realize that. Or have them do some chores around the house, like get some stuff done, and it'll get them off of the couch to get moving and doing simple little things. It may not be the most fun to enforce, but it definitely encourages them to get moving, especially if you're staying locked in inside.
And it benefits you to get the chores done too, not all by yourself.
Right. Mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandparents can have a seat, take a break, and the kids
Everyone
can help
wins.
pick stuff up. Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
Hard work.
Morgan. Thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate your insights so we can keep those kids moving, even if they are stuck at home learning this year. Thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for having me.